is about the most incredible place I've ever been. The Red Lodge Play Center, and I also like Red Lodge, the town. Y'all are lucky. And I'm very partial to this place. I mean, as a potter, just as somebody, I mean, it's just an incredible place, and I'm not jerking anybody around. I mean, I believe that. I'm gonna be very brief, and I was asked to talk a little bit about my work and also something about Japan. So through the years, I've tried to make my work more and more about work and about the act of making it and loving it and sweating, and getting dirty. It's not about some trick or some technique. My work now, I'm happy to say, is about ceramics 101. I mean, there's nothing I do that is difficult. I use the same techniques. I do make a lot of my tools, but the same techniques that beginning students make. There's nothing I do differently. And so as the years go by, my work is looking more and more like that. And I'm thrilled with that. So for me, this is a step in that direction. And the only thing that's probably not like that is I make sculptural pieces, the narrative sculptures. The clay's simple, but to do all that woodwork and metalwork and engraving, that's a pain in the ass. That takes some skill, but really the rest of my work is really quite simple. And soon I think my work will I won't have to think about it, I won't have to make it. And so I did spend 3 months in Japan, and I had just the greatest time. And out of that came, you'll see a number of wood-fired pots here, and those are from Japan. However, this pot I fired here in October in the wood kiln. Boy, we had a great fire, didn't we, David?
One of the best.
When we fire in February, we can only hope it will be that good.
I wouldn't get your hopes up.
Yeah, I may not even come, never mind.
It's going to be hard to repeat that.
Yeah. And I want to say that in Japan, there was this place called the 100 yen shop. It's like the dollar store. It was near my little apartment. So I bought sumie, black ink, brushes, Japanese rice paper, and I started doing these drawings. I like to draw, but I've never drawn these kinds of things. So I started doing only Japanese women, and often they're in kimono. I think those are naked. Thank you. Y'all know the difference between naked and naked. Naked is when you don't have any clothes on. And naked is when you don't have any clothes on, but you've got something in mind. So these are sumie, and that means like sumi is black ink. Sumie is drawing with black ink. So this is kind of like what I make all the time. It's kind of schizophrenic, perhaps, I think. And Ben and I were talking about our work and its acceptance in those different countries. And like Ben, I've been to a lot of different countries and exhibited and shown work. In Japan, my work was described as work like from the Momoyama period, which is 400 years ago. And to me, that's great because it's really funky work. And the way the shapes came from the process, they would coil the whole pot and then throw it. Because of that process, it was all kind of wobbly. And so I think my work is really in tune with that, and it was accepted in that fashion. And I do want to point out one more thing. I didn't try to make Japanese pots. The pots that I made there, for instance, like this, it's what I make anyway. But certainly when you're in another country, you can't help but have that stuff from osmosis.